So this is episode 2 of our 5-part series. So I'm actually going to give you guys another key element on why Canelo was actually victorious. So we talked about the physical attributes in the last video, but ultimately right now I just kind of want to talk about Canelo's high guard. Since I'm not too sure about how much visual demonstration I could actually use on this platform, I'm just going to show you guys demonstrating my friend here, Louis, and myself. So you guys could actually see from this angle. We're going to pretend we're going to pretend that Louis Canelo, right? This is very important just because I feel this is a great way in which Canelo neutralized Charlo as a whole. So the key here, well, besides his high guard, was the right hand, right? And if you guys pay very close attention to what Jermell was trying to do, establish distance the whole time, this is exactly what Canelo did. So first of all, one of the things that he did, of course, was just simply block, right? So block. As he threw a jab, he blocked, boom, block, boom, block, boom, right? And of course, another important thing that you guys always have to take into consideration, and I always tell everybody again and again and again, not just with you guys on YouTube, but people that I train, is that every time you guys want to deflect shots, block shots, it always has to be very close to your face. And if you see Canelo defend himself against Jermell's jab, he always did it really, really close to his face. He never cut out here. He never went for any feints, right? Like it was always right here, right? So as Jermell throws the jab, block first, block, just block, boom, block, boom. Another thing, which he already showed you guys, was of course catch. So all he would do is just, catch right here. Boom, catch, boom, catch, boom, catch, boom, catch, boom, catch, right? The last one, deflect, right? So this one was very obvious because of how slow Jermell was. Canelo would literally like parry, right? Or deflect inward, right? Boom, there you go, inward. Boom, there you go, inward. Boom. So as Canelo was doing this, I'm going to show you guys in an upcoming video, Canelo sometimes would step in, right? Because now, well, as we mentioned last time, you kind of lose I guess you could say, like the element of power, right? Because once somebody feels your power, like you'll feel very comfortable on the inside. So as Canelo was blocking, feeling Jermell's power, and ultimately kind of getting a read for his timing, his speed, right? Like it just gave him like the comfort to move in closer and closer with this high guard, right? And ultimately go to body right, which we'll talk about later, or throw the overhand right. So another thing that a lot of the commentaries were talking about early on in the fight, or before the fight actually began, was the fact that Jermell Charlo's best weapon would be the left hook. The left hook, of course, carried a lot of power at 154, but ultimately, I mean, it's kind of hard to say if it would have made a difference or not, just because of, once again, Canelo's guard. So sometimes Charlo would throw the left hook, but since Canelo's guard was always really, really high, all he would do is just basically instead of being here, just move his hand a little bit. That's why I'm telling you guys, it's very important for you guys to keep or to try to catch or parry or deflect with your hands really, really close to your face, right? And there's even a sequence where Jermell throws like 3 jabs and then tries to mask those jabs with the hooks. But since Canelo's hand is very, very close to his face, he's able to just kind of like barely maneuver his hand. So he basically defends all of those shots, right? So he'll be jab, 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 hook. Anything that Jermell tried to do with his left hand was pretty much neglected. Overall, I didn't really find a home. There was like maybe 2 or 3 instances where Jermell did throw a left hook and landed it. Maybe not too cleanly, but he did landed it. But it was more because of the fact that when you're on the offense, right, like when you throw a right hand, for example, like you have the opportunity, right, because he's not really in defensive mode, so he was able to come back with that. But for the most part, Canelo was very, very good with his guard, especially that right hand, right, boom, boom, and sometimes even like when Jermell would try to come with the left uppercut, again, just close it. All he did was just close in, boom, close in. So ultimately, that left hand never really found a home, and I think that was definitely one of the key elements because of the fact that as he's doing this, he's moving in, right? Like, he's moving in, right? Boom, right? Because at the same time that you're doing this or deflecting the shot, right, you're like basically taking away the distance and the range because you're neutralizing his jab. What's the whole purpose of a jab? To create range, right? And then again, without Canelo worrying so much about Jermell's power, I mean, he's going to be very, very comfortable in the pocket. Boom, boom, right? Boom, boom. Close enough, right? Body shots, right up, overhand right. And ultimately, Canelo did find a home for his punches. You want to add anything, bro? That's it?
Sounds good.
All right, cool. All right, guys, so that will conclude video number 2.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, the high guard, very, very useful. As I mentioned, and I hate sounding so fucking repetitive, but always catch, always parry, always anything that you want to do with your right hand that kind of involves a defensive maneuver, always really close to your face. So that way you guys could actually recuperate if you guys need to.
We've made the video like
many times, many
but
times.
Let's show them real quick once again. Why don't you
why don't you parry or catch from the outside, right?
He's gonna throw two jabs. The first one, I'm gonna block how Canelo was doing it. So just and the second one, I'm a reach.
Yeah.
So
right, boom, right, or like even if you just kind of want to catch with the right hand, right, and let's just say you jab, boom, right. So you don't really want to catch two out there, just because sometimes people do have the tendency of like changing the punch in the last second. You're somebody that actually does that quite often, bro. Yeah, like they'll throw a jab and then somewhere in the middle, like they'll change the trajectory of the punch itself. So that's why you guys always want to like catch here. That way you guys have the opportunity to recover, right? Like if I'm here and if somebody ends up throwing a hook, my hand doesn't need to travel that far. I'm very close here and I'm ready to block.
Just to add, because we made this video a million times, but some of you guys are new and just kind of want to. Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have a refresher. All right, guys. Thank you.